What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Junior coming at you live out of the south side of Atlanta. And thank you so much for clicking on this video. You know what I'm saying? If you're new, welcome to the channel. And you already know what I'm about to talk on based off the title. So, this is part 2 coming at you. My week at reception, right? So, basically, we already touched on the whole us getting the feel of the army or whatever like that, and us being at the auditorium. However, the next morning we wake up, or the next day rather, we were literally, brushing our teeth, you know what I'm saying, using the latrine or the bathroom in civilian terms. So we're literally, like, the second day waking up, it's like the guy next to me is he's like right into his wife, whatever like that. He's Hispanic, and then you got my homeboy, white dude, whatever. Then you got my other homeboy, he's black, and we just chilling. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm bringing up their race, because it plays an intricate part in the story I'm about to tell. So I'm like, we're all just chilling in the bay one day, and it's just, this baffles me. It baffles the hell out of me, right? So I'm at the bottom bunk, and my homeboy is at the top bunk, and then the Hispanic dude, he's next to me, like he's writing letters to his wife, whatever. And then my other homeboy, the white dude, now that I look back on it, he do look like a he looks like the a Ku Klux Klan member. Like, he has a bald head, real bald head, and glasses and all that. He looked like a white supremacist in a sense. So, but I didn't think nothing of it. So my other homeboy comes in. They all joking around, and they got their cap backwards, sideways. Everybody's coming in and out the bay. They went from bay one to our bay. Everybody's going in and out the bay, right? So drill sergeants ain't tripping, whatever like that. We just chilling until drill sergeant tells us to come downstairs for breakfast, child, whatever. But at this time, it was lunch, chow, whatever. Yeah, it was lunch chow. So we're going, cause we already ate breakfast. So we're going to lunch chow, and but like 30 minutes prior to that, it was just like my homeboy is acting like, he's not acting like out the ordinary, but everybody is like having a cap on back. That's why I keep doing this. He's having his cap on backwards, and I wouldn't do nothing like that, right? So it's an army cap, like what you see in like soldiers when they do they salute and all that stuff. It's an army cap, right? So he has his cap on backwards and just doing sturdy, doing this, right? Just doing all that, right? So we all in the bay, we joking, we chilling. And so I feel like he's doing a little bit too much, just a little bit, even for me, right? So white dude that's chilling with us, he's like, I don't know why such and such is doing all of that extra, acting like an Nigger. And when he said that, the Hispanic dude stopped. He was like this. The Hispanic dude stopped writing his letter. He was just like, and look, he was just like, and I was like, I was just looked at him like, bro, you really gonna say that while I'm sitting right in front of you, bro? Like, I was like, bro, don't say that shit no more. I was like, that is your first and last time you use that. It wasn't directed towards me, but I felt the need to say something, obviously. So I even feel sketchy of, you know what I'm saying? I even feel sketchy of whites using the Nigga. But he said ER. It wasn't directed toward me. It was directed towards somebody I'm cool with. I told him, I'm like, bro, that's the first and last time that you say that, right? Now, I know y'all probably gonna be like, Junior, I would've, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I would've, like, hit his ass or yada yada. Bro, this is an army facility, military facility, right? You can't just, like, if you get caught fighting in the bay, bro, it is a wrap for you. You are getting kicked out. You know what I'm saying? People got benefits on the line. So I was just like, bro, don't say that. Don't say that shit no more. That's your first and last time. I'm cool with you. This is me talking to him. I'm like, I'm cool with you. You cool people. But it's certain things you don't say. I'm like, that's the first and last time that you're gonna use that around me. So he respected it. I haven't he didn't say that at all when I was kicking it with him or nothing like that. He didn't say that word around me or nothing like that. So I was just like shocked. I was like, bro, are you serious? So after that, he would talk to me like we would literally go to breakfast, lunch, or dinner, child. We would talk. We would still talk. I was still cool with him, whatever. Just watch him out. So I would talk to him, and he would literally his energy was a little weird after that. But after a while, he was we went to 161 after that, and we wound up running into each other a lot. And so um the time at reception, it was all good or whatever. Our last little reception, what have you, our duration of being there. So it was times to where we're like marching in the rain. It was time to where we're like they taught us how to do parade rest, attention, left face, right face, about face. I know this already. I was in ROTC when I was in high school. So they teaching us all of this, right? And they're like they're telling us the stuff about the facing movements and stuff like left face, right face, about face. They're doing all that, right? So I'm like, bro, I already know this already. Like I remember when we get outside, like the next day, right? We get outside, same thing, same routine, fire guard, people getting woken up every hour to do their shift, right? Same like a job, right? So we go to the latrine, we take a shower, brush our teeth, whatever. So we get our OCPs on, the uniform, we go outside. Bro, everybody and their mom is literally we're 6'2" is next to us. That's ironic I say 6'2". That's gonna play a part too. So 6'2", A62, that's Alpha, by the way. We're an Alpha company. Alpha company 6'2" is our like platoon, whatever. Like our platoon. I don't know how, whatever. So we're 6'2" is next to us, we're 6'3". But I say 6'2" because later on, the people I was kicking with was 6'2". Most of them were 6'2", so they kind of like adopted me as 6'2". So yeah, I was we're outside. I never forget it. So it's cold. It's not cold as when we first got. It still gets cold. It was like in the 30s, 40s, and 50s when I was at reception. When it got like when it got close to like the daytime, it got to like the 50s, whatever. But at night or in the morning time, it was in the 30s. It was cold. So we literally are outside, and I remember dude was like, he was telling us, he was like, drill sergeant was just like, we have to make it count. So every time somebody would count like 0-1, 0-2, 0-3, we have to take a knee. We'll take a kneel down, like kneel down. So it's like 0-1. The next person 0-2, 0-3, 0-4, 0-5, 0-6, 0-7, 0-8, 0-9, 1-0, 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 1-4, 1-5, all the way up to however many is in your platoon line, right? So I remember it was so many trainees talking, just talking. Everybody's at parade rest at this point. After you get done counting and all that, because we're about to go to breakfast, y'all. After you get done counting, you got trainees talking like we supposed to be going to breakfast. This one Asian dude that was a former Marine, this dude was like, he was in like, I think 6'2". This dude, he transferred to the Army, and he was like, bro, he was just like, at ease, trainees. That's how he said it. I was like, the whole, like, after a while, it went from people like kind of talking to like slowly like dying down. So we was just like, he was like, we was like parade rest. And then he got upset. He was like, "Hey, these trainees," and then he went back to parade rest like this. So people looking, there's like, yeah, that people looking at him like, yeah, that dude right there, he used to be a former Marine, whatever, like that, yada yada yada, all that. I'm like, man, man, we don't. People in online don't care about none of that. So it's like, after that, so everybody wound up like calming down or whatever like that, and it was just certain people that just didn't care, just didn't get right, whatever. It was fun though. It was fun. Reception was fun. That whole situation was just. It was funny because I remember this one dude that was like annoying everybody. Like this one guy was just annoying everybody. And people kept trying his ass. Like people kept trying to be like, bro, you not like that. I even said something. I'm like, bro, you not living like that. Like all that talking. And then he was like, he was supposed to be going to basic training a while back, but he was recycled or something like that. So somebody was like, "That's why you're not gonna. That's why you're not gonna make it to basic training. That's why you're gonna get held back." And then he was like, "Anybody tell me I'm gonna get held back again? Say it one more time. See what I'll do." Dude was like, "Man, that's why your ass about to get held back, bro. How you talking about? Yo, that shit was funny as hell. He ain't say shit." I was like, "Bro." So I'm in my bunk just laughing, bro. Like we at reception. This ain't even basic training. We at reception, right? So we just chilling, like for 5 days, like after uh finances and all that stuff, and you had to get life insurance and things of that nature. That was way, that was cool, I guess. Well, yeah, life insurance. I mean, you got to get life insurance, health insurance, your whole packet. You got to get your shots, and then you have to get the photos. So we go into this room to where it's in the bigger part of 120th or reception. Is That's 120th reception. There's this giant room. It's not the auditorium. It's the main building to where it's like they have a photo room to where if you have a husband, wife, son, daughter, whatever, um the picture to where the flag is behind you, that's the room we were in. They tell you about bundles that you can buy. They tell you about the prices of each bundle. So you got one that's like you got a picture that's like that big. It's like that big. Like that big. You know what I'm saying? So and then you got the smaller ones that's like real like this big. It's like that, whatever. So it's like bundles. Then you got ones that's like real big. That's like it's like real just big. So it costs like a few hundred for that, right? And then later on, which I'm gonna talk about later, you have like a yearbook you can purchase, like when you go to basic training, whatever. We're gonna talk about that later though. But they tell you in this room, they tell you you're gonna be filmed. If you're at Fort Jackson, you're gonna be filmed, and you got the picture. Like the picture comes to where you have to actually the lady that's filming it or the person that's filming it, she's adjusting the lens. She tells you to put your cap on a certain way, your collar a certain way. Like we're in the OCPs, we're in whole camis right now. So you have to put your collar a certain way. You have to like adjust your posture a certain way to where your cap, and then you have to adjust your neck where it's like that or whatever. In the picture, then there's no filter, no none of that. There's no filter. Any blemish that you have is going to be shown on this picture. That goes into the yearbook. So they do give you bundles about which ones you can buy, whatever like that. Man, so that whole part is like I saved my money. I didn't buy none of it. I bought like one picture, but our drill sergeant at 161 told us to like not buy all of that because you buy all of that stuff later at 161. So 161, we're gonna get into that later on too. So it's just like all that stuff, it was cool, but there was like our drill sergeant was like why would you buy any of that now when you don't have no rank, no experience, you don't have no badges on your uniform. You're just a trainee. Like, why would you buy hundreds of dollars worth of stuff? Why? Because you're at basic training. They're gonna do a lot of that more at basic training. You're at basic training. You can't spend no money. Like, breakfast, lunch, and dinner chow is provided for you. So you don't have to spend no money. It's like you can literally save hundreds of thousands. Well, I'm not gonna say hundreds of thousands. I don't know if you got it like that, but you could save a couple grand at basic in AIT. You can save a couple grand. You just got. I mean, you just gotta spend your money wisely. I mean, you're not spending on nothing. You're just at basic, and they're providing everything for you. Your clothes is provided for. You're not getting no Jordans, no Adidas, no Nike, none of that, right? You're not wearing any of that stuff. They take all your civilian stuff and put it away in the another room. All your civilian stuff they tell you to pack in your civilian bag that you brought with you, and they're gonna put that up, and you're not gonna see that until after you graduate. You understand? So yeah, man, it was very interesting going through that process, like knowing people's different personalities and stuff. You meet a lot of people from a lot of places, man. But but yeah, so you get pictures, reception was alright. Reception was cool. You get pictures taken of you, and that's about it at reception. And then after that, it's just you just playing around in the bay. When you go back after lunch child, we went back. Once we got our pictures and all that stuff, we marched back to the bay, right? So you all you're doing when you're marching is yo left, left, hey, left, right, your left, you got it, left, yo left, hey, left, right, your left, you got it, left, right, your left. Drill sergeant getting busy one time, two times, three times. I wanna blow shit up. So you're just marching, doing all that cadence in the going back to the bay, right? And then it was that time to where I got my first phone call. I got my first phone call, and literally, I felt when I first heard that we got phones, I was like, whoa, because I was not expecting to get my phone at all. Man, we got phones. We're at Reception Alpha Company, obviously. So we get our phone for about I say about an hour. Man, I went outside in the sunlight. It was like that day. It was real like sunny and warm. I go out in the sunlight with my phone. I got my cap. I was about to say patrol cap. I got my cap on, and everybody got their phone. All my homies and all that. I say homies. So we're all in like the rock area of the company. So you got bleachers in the back, then you got the rocks, and then you got bleachers on the side. You got bleachers right here, and then you got bleachers right here. And I'm in front of that. Then you got trees in kind of like certain areas. Then you got the like Humvees and all that, right? So the females go on the other side, use their phone, and then the males stay on this side. We like split, right? So we stayed on this side. So uh I'm over here, I'm on my phone, and the first thing I did, this had to be about between 14th through the 17th, whenever one of those days, right? So I was literally on my phone and I called my peoples. And I was like, yo, what's going on? Everybody was like, yo, what's up? All that stuff, right? I'm on my phone for a good little minute, talking to the parents, whatever. Um, Spoke to my girl for a good little minute, and I told her how basic training was going. Well, not basic, reception was going. I wasn't at basic yet. So it was good. It was a good conversation. Um, like my peep I was telling my peoples how we were doing and stuff of that nature, and it was real different. I kept saying how different the environment was because it really was different. Like, it was a different atmosphere. So I eventually had to go, and before that, I was yelling so much because of cadences. I was yelling a lot to the point where my voice had like it left, like my voice was gone. I barely could talk. My voice was raspy as hell, right? My mom was like, "What's happened to your voice?" I'm like, "We've been yelling cadences all day. All day we just been yelling, yes sir, yes drill sergeant, no drill sergeant, all that shit, right?" So after that, we got off the phone. We had our little like hour whatever phone call. That's a lot of time for a phone conversation. I'm not gonna lie. For me, it is. Um, but I was on the phone with the family, whatever, and after that, that was just we had to put our phones in the plastic bag with your charger, your headphones, and your phone, obviously with your name written on the bag. Zip it up and then put it in the bin, and they're gonna put it in the room. Um, so yeah, after that, we just was chilling, doing cadences again. Like, um, we had to literally line up for dinner chow between each like breakfast, lunch, and dinner chow. You had to line up per unit. So if you 6'3", 6'2", 6'4", 6'5", that's the unit. You have to line up for per your unit per like company. Like Alpha Company, we had like 5 units in that. It was like, bro, it was days to where we're like outside the defect like this, just shaking like this, right? Because dudes is cold. Even with your OCPs, you're cold. You're outside the inside the defect is warm. Outside the defect in March, oh no, mm-mm. March. Plus some days it was raining. Oh, you gonna be in that rain. You're gonna be in that like if you are bro. They don't care. You're going to go in the. I remember when I was there, it was raining. It wasn't cold rain. It was just raining one day, and we was marching in that. Man, it was just like, yo. So we had to like, we're outside, and it's like starting. It's cold. It ain't starting to rain, but it's like it's cold. So I just remember it took a minute for us to like get situated, and everybody, I'm over here like this. I'm like, yo, could they hurry the hell up? Everybody's like, bro, Junior, you crazy, bro. I'm like, bro, I'm dead serious. Like, yo, word to me, like this is cold. It's brick outside. It's literally like ice on the ground. I'm looking at the ground. I'm like, I got my cap on and all that, and we just like this. So I'm just like, bro, I'm just ready to go back to the bay and get my covers, bro, for real. So that was that with you know I was just it was cold. And then we marching in that. We literally are we had to get back to like I guess you would say the CTA like little area for us at 120th, and we had to go back in our unit and we had to do this again. We either standing at attention or standing at parade rest, and we're doing this. So we're like this, and they're calling people's names out of people that that they have. So we're just like this, and just like we're just waiting to be called, and then like we just go back upstairs. We just go back to the bay, and go do what we do. It's really that's all reception really is. Is just your basic needs. Is just like it's a lot of sleeping and a lot of just I wouldn't say waiting, but it's just so relaxed. You know what I'm saying? So that's just reception. Reception is basically getting shots, finances. They're gonna be telling you you're gonna be filmed when you're at basic, whatever, and that's it. And they're just giving you briefs on what the army could do for you. That's it. Like, but you get your OCPs, you get your army PTs that you're gonna be working out with while you're at basic training. So the black and yellow um gear that you get with the pants and or shorts, and then they issue your black your PT shoes and socks, drawers, everything that you need at for basic, they provide for you. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner is provided. Pretty good too, depending on the day. They feed you good in the military now. They feed you good. I gained about 10 pounds when I was in there. So they feed you good now. You understand? So I was I was just there, just chilling for the most part. they do yell at you, obviously. They yell at you. But reception, based off basic training, reception ain't nothing. It's like 5 days. Like you're getting everything financially situated, and they just you're every like it's just like hmm, everywhere you go is like you're like turning corners sharply and all that stuff to an extent, and that's about it. Like I said, you're getting briefed on everything about shots, about sicknesses, excuse me, about what the army could do for you. In a nutshell, that's all that reception is. So yeah, man, that's pretty much it with this video, man. I appreciate y'all watching. You know what I mean, I appreciate y'all watching the video this far. If you made it this far, I appreciate it. And like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video. You understand? And I will see you in my next one. Y'all be blessed. One.